Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and on these videos we take a look at the tea with the tarot. So, as usual, these videos are meant to be helpful, not hateful. And if you're down with that, join the family. Usually the videos don't start out already with the cards in view, but the reason why this video is starting out this way is because this is a part 2. This is a part 2 into my readings about the Onision Kai situation. So if you have not seen the first video, please pause this video now, go to my channel, and click on the part 1 video. In that video, we briefly talked about who these people are and what's going on, even though I'm sure you already know. And we already used the cards to look at what's going to happen in the court case for the orders of protection against Repsion and against Chris Hansen. Those court cases that Onision put into action. So I've already done a reading for how those cases are going to turn out. We got pretty interesting, surprising answers from those and a little bit of foreshadowing into what else could be coming for both Repsion and Chris Hansen as it relates to that. And now, today, we're getting into looking into the cards about a different 2 questions pertaining to this case still. So, if you haven't seen that video, I'm telling you, pause this, go look at that, and come back to this video, and let's jump into this for everyone who's already caught up and ready to get into it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So, what I wanted to look into this go round, since we've already covered those other 2, one, is YouTube ever going to jump on board and deplatform Onision like Patreon and Twitch did? Is that going to happen? Because a lot of people are waiting for YouTube to do something, and they're disappointed that YouTube has not. So is that going to happen? And then also the big question about the overall FBI investigation and case around Onision. What will come of that? So, let's get started. Let's get into this. Let me see if I can pop my neck. Hey. And yes, I'm wearing the same clothes as I wore in my part 1 video, because guess what? I just ended my part 1 video, and I figured I may as well just keep going and do my part 2. So, I'm already doing this, but you're seeing it probably on a different day. I don't know. We'll see how the computer works and uploading my stuff. We'll see. Pray to the technology lords of computers and laptops and crap like that. Alright, so deplatforming on YouTube. Let's see. Deplatforming Onision on YouTube. Will that happen? Will that happen? Ooh. That's a first card. That's a first card. Both of these cards, by the way, came up in the previous readings in the first video, just to let you know. Ooh. 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 Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all. This is what people have been waiting for. This is what people have been waiting for. So, for this entire time, there's been a decision. It's a decision between 2 things. Look, this is a woman holding her swords like this. It's a decision between 2 things and 2 things only. And the 2 things are we going to keep him on the platform, or are we going to kick his ass off the platform? Which is it? Are we going to keep him on the platform, or are we going to kick him off? So this being in reverse suggests that there is no decision to make. This suggests that the decision is already in the works towards being made. Now, I don't know if I can say that that means that YouTube is already looking into making a decision and that's already in the works, or if that means that, for those of y'all who believe, you are watching a tarot video after all, that the universe and the cogs that are linking up and playing together from that bit are in the works. Can I talk English? Apparently not anymore. Are in the works. So somehow, somewhere, some way, this decision's already been made. So this card is, this is just great shit, y'all. So Onision is coming to a place where he's losing his resources. One by one, he's losing his ability to have an attachment to something that he can use in order to do his work, so to speak. Wink, wink. Allegedly. All of this is alleged. This is all just, you know, us talking about stuff for entertainment, right? So one by one, he's losing all of his tools, all of his resources to be able to go about his business, per se, allegedly. With the Queen of Cups card in reverse, this is somebody experiencing a major emotional disappointment, a major emotional, like, oh, stab me right through the chest, With the Lovers card in reverse, y'all, that's the breaking of a business agreement. This is the breaking of a business agreement. Page of Pentacles in reverse means pages are immature people. Pentacles is about money and material, earthly things. So some immature person having a breaking of agreement, of business agreement, losing out on that coin, and the Seven of Cups upright, y'all, is the ending of a fantasy. The ending of a fantasy. This right here says yes. Onision will get the rug pulled out from under him. YouTube will finally come around and will deplatform him. His fantasy will be over. His coin will be, his business agreement. That's the like legit professional term for everything, by the way. That's like how we're gonna talk about it apparently. You know, sorry, whatever. That's what it is. So yeah, everything about this screams he will lose his standing on YouTube. He will lose his platform on YouTube. He will not be able to continue to use YouTube to operate in a way for financial gain or in order to keep doing his business, wink wink, allegedly. So that's a good thing. And as I was talking about all of this and I put the deck down right here, a card fell off the top, so I flipped it over just to see. This is kind of like our happily ever after card. Like, this is all of us celebrating and cheering that what was supposed to happen long ago finally frickin' happened. This is what was supposed to happen, and it finally frickin' happened. It happened. By the way, I am filming this just for anybody that wants to know, since I filmed this the same day that I filmed part 1, both of which are being filmed around 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, January 22nd, 2020. Just so you know. I'm saying that in the video in case, God forbid, something were to happen and I go to upload this video and YouTube's already done it and beat me to the punch, and then people are like, you didn't do it first, you just knew and you said it in here and you already knew. I'm telling you, here. We'll see. We'll see. I doubt the cards are going to tell me when. Cards are notorious for not giving good timelines, but this is the heartbreak card. Woo! So this is going to crush him. That's the heartbreak card. This is going to crush him. His whole tower is going to come crumbling down. Everything on the inside of his mind that he thought he knew and he thought he was about, all coming down. Boom. The Hierophant. I mean, this is kind of like, I mean, look at this. This looks like the Pope holding up those fingers for blessing. This is God, the universe, you know, whatever kind of higher power coming down and boom, putting the, you know, striking the gavel down. Boom. Judgment Day. You know, that's what this is. Anything about timeline? Are we going to get anything about timeline? Or are you going to be elusive about timeline? Let me just see. Anything about timeline whatsoever. Nope. It's not going to give me anything about timeline. I didn't expect it to. I figured it wouldn't. But, you know, I always try anyway because, hey, let me push my luck. But this is a card about him basically going into financial ruin. I mean, I don't want to laugh at anybody's demise, but this is him going into financial ruin. So this all is in the works. This all is going to happen. I can't say when. I can't say how soon or how late. I don't have a timeline for this, but this is coming. It could be that I don't get a timeline on things where there isn't a for sure timeline yet, because if something's in the works, it could, you know, who knows what the timeline could be. We all have free will, and this is just reading potentials. So couldn't get you a timeline, but got you details about what's going to happen. So here we go. Here's the big one. We're 10 minutes in. Here's the big one. The FBI investigation against Onision for all of these alleged things, such as, you know, inciting the interest of minors, grooming, things like that, child, I don't know if I'm allowed to say the word on this channel, PORN, you know, exchanging photos and things with minors and stuff like that, PRETA behavior, all of those accusations. Let's look into that case. Here we go with the heartbreak card again, y'all. Y'all saw me shuffle. This card came up in our other readings in the other video. Two times it did. So did that card. Oh my God, y'all. The same cards come up even if I'm shuffling, because they're meant to come up because they're all connected. All of these things we're talking about are obviously connected. They're all under one umbrella of what's going on, and that's why we keep getting the same type of cards. That's why we keep getting that. So, let's keep going. Getting nervous about some of this, y'all. I'm gonna be honest. This is gonna take a couple passes. Ooh. So we have the heartbreak card again, and we have the Empress in reverse and the Four of Swords upright. So this is kind of saying right now, as things are, a lot of us feel very angsty. A lot of people have been hurt. A lot of people feel very victimized by what they have suffered at the hands, allegedly, of Onision and his husband Kai. This is representing all of those women who have allegedly been victimized, and that they feel very disempowered. They feel kind of out of control, in that these proceedings are beyond their control, that all they can really do is use their voice to be heard and hope that it'll go somewhere, but that it's out of their control. So that's what this Four of Swords is. Again, this is waiting. This is the fact that everybody is waiting, that they don't know what's going to happen. They can only control what they can say and do and contribute to the case, and that's all. They're waiting. This can go one of two ways. Let me get a clarifier on this, because I'm thinking two different ways about this card. Okay. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so with this card, a lot of times this card represents people kind of juggling things in the air. So in terms of a case, this is all the different things we have to juggle. We have a lot of different types of evidence we have to juggle. We have a lot of different types of testimony to juggle. There's a lot of moving parts that go into this, because this is a case that spans probably about a decade, right? About a decade. And as it goes, this is a case where people have to decide what is and isn't worth it, what can and can't actually be used as evidence anymore. Because here's the thing with that I'm seeing in here, and you know, from any kind of little bit I've had in the legal system, that whoever it is that is making the criminal accusations or civil in some cases, accusations, they are the ones who bear the burden of proof. It's not on the other person to prove that they're innocent so much as it's on the accusers to prove guilt. That is what's most important in these cases. And I do see, regrettably, I do see that in some ways and in some aspects, because of juggling so many different pieces across so long, that I think that there's a chance that some evidence was never captured, some evidence was lost, some people, either didn't speak up or didn't save things when they could have years ago, and that's kind of gone and inaccessible now. So I am seeing that kind of a thing, the inaccessibility of some potential evidence, could cause an issue in terms of pressing criminal charges and making a successful conviction. I will say that. Because here also with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, this sometimes means that there's a tough fight, a tough battle that takes a long time, like lots of moving pieces, taking a very long time just for it to not go the way that people intend. So there may be something that doesn't necessarily go the way the public wants it to go. We have a tendency, myself included, in the public to get so outraged on what we hear and the testimonies we hear and the stories and the interviews and all of that. We're like, oh, you should get grilled for this and that and this and that, and you should be held accountable for this and that and this and that. And I think that to some degree there will be some things that, though morally he should and could be held accountable, legally he may not be. Legally, in some aspects, even after a long road and a long journey, there will be some things that you can't prove without a shadow of a doubt, kind of thing. So that's a little tricky. What I do see here with the Judgment card in reverse, I mean, this is all of us. This is judgment coming down. This is all of us in public favor. So regardless of what's going on through here, he will continue to lose public favor. So any kind of, lingering supports that he does have, he will continue to lose supports. That will continue to happen. He will continue to be held accountable in a social media court, per se, being judged by his peers on a social media type of level, not legally, but again morally. So he is going to get judged in that way. He is going to get held accountable in that way, in terms of all of us that are considered his peers. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, hold on. Okay. Just for all of y'all who've seen the first video, just call upon these cards. Remember these cards. I'm just saying. Oh, okay. Y'all, hold on. Hold on. Yes. Okay, hold on. Okay, so what I'm seeing here. Alright, so if you remember about the 2 readings that we did about court cases already, we did readings about Repsion and Chris Hansen's orders of protection court cases. And in both of those, one of them we got the moon upright, one of them we got the moon reversed, both of them we got the sun upright. What did those mean? The sun upright was a successful ending in a court case. It was a successful ending. Now, before you get excited and start celebrating about that, there are some other things to talk about that are a caveat to this. So pump your brakes, hold on, hold your horses, hold your horses. This is a horse, hold your horses. So, secrets will be exposed during this court case. Secrets will be exposed. And I say during this court case. There is no court case right now because he does not have criminal charges against him now. Let me make that clear. Let me retract what I said about court case because I got excited because these are the things that came up in the previous court cases. Let me retract that and say ongoing FBI investigation before I get myself in trouble. Again, this is why I don't usually do readings this serious that involve the legal system, because you have to be very careful what you say. So that, again, this is all alleged. I have to be very careful what I say. That's why I usually stick to trivial drama instead of stuff like this. But in this ongoing FBI investigation, there will be things that come up. Secrets will be exposed. This card right here, this is a lawyer. This is an attorney. So that makes me feel like something will happen that results in this being a court case. Seeing an attorney here and getting my 2 cards that came from my previous 2 readings about actual court cases makes me think that there will be some sort of criminal charges that can be brought to a trial. I do see an attorney. I do see this to me feels like a prosecutor. Secrets will be exposed, and I do think we will get to that point. With these cards, though, this is where it gets kind of, where we can't just celebrate all at once. Because on one hand, we are getting to the point that we want, where secrets are getting exposed enough to start getting the legal system involved and bringing a prosecutor against something and having a decent case, because that's what this sun sign was in the previous 2. It was denoting winning in the previous 2. And so here again, it could denote that, but we would be amiss if we didn't talk about some of these downsides. Remember here, in some of these cards back here, where we said there are so many things to juggle that it's possible not all of the evidence is going to be there. Some of the things that allegedly happened to the victims, there's no way to prove that it did happen, and without you being able to prove it did, then that's reasonable doubt. And reasonable doubt is a big issue in criminal cases, as we know. So remember, for all of you who like to watch pop culture court cases, do you remember the cases against, like, Making a Murderer on that Netflix show with Stephen Avery, and how everybody was like, what? With all of this evidence and these great lawyers, how could he maintain a conviction of this? What? So keep in mind that the legal system, just because you feel like you know things through and through and you have such great testimony and you're hearing things that make such great sense against him by alleged victims, just because you have that doesn't mean legally things will always work out perfectly and every little bit will be counted and held against someone and that they're prosecuted accordingly. So what I am seeing here with these things that we saw, with these back here, this one back here, this one back here, and now these 2, well, this one specifically, is that in some capacity, there may be certain things that he doesn't get held to the fire for. There may be some things that he does get held to the fire for, but it gets dropped / overturned / whatever the correct language is. I'm not an attorney. I don't act like I am. So I think we have to be realistic in terms of what the law will be able to decide beyond reasonable doubt for certain things, with evidence that may or may not still be around. There will be a lot of evidence that can be used. This is an exposing of secrets. There will be a lot of evidence that is usable and can come forward, but in some aspects, some people who feel like every little thing should be accounted for will probably get disappointed, because there will be some tricks up his sleeve that he can use and throw in there to secure little successes for himself along the way. So this isn't going to be a super like, oh, FBI get involved, we press criminal charges, it goes to trial very quickly, trial is won unanimously very quickly, boom, he goes to prison for life. It's not going to be that quick, it's not going to be that easy, it's not going to be that cut and dry, and you might be disappointed by some of those aspects. So I'm just throwing that out there. I know it's 25 minutes, this video. I need to move it along. Let me get a couple more. Okay. Whew. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. So, in terms of looking further into the court case, this is representing the children involved in the court case. This is saying that in terms of like the children and family and aspects like that, again, this is all alleged. This is just alleged. That the kids will be affected by this FBI investigation. Again, let me quit saying court case. I'm jumping ahead of myself. I feel like I'm seeing things like this brought into the legal system in that way in the cards, but I'm trying to not jump ahead and just speak as if it's happening, because I know it's not happening yet. We're still under investigation. I'm trying to hold myself from jumping the gun. But the children will be negatively affected by this. In fact, this is what's concerning me here. What's concerning me here, from seeing the Lover's card in reverse, the Tower upright, and then a King of Pentacles upright, yet a Queen of Wands in reverse, y'all, I shit you not, it looks like this whole process could backfire on Kai and be less than horrible on Onision. I hate to throw that out there, but that potential looks like it exists. It looks like the two of them could undergo a lot of strain from this court case, that he could possibly kind of turn over and roll over on this and say, you know, well, a lot of the evidence isn't even pointing to me. A lot of the evidence is that Kai is the one that was talking to these girls, and Kai is the one that was luring them with relationships, and Kai is the one that was showing herself as an adult to underage people. All of this allegedly, you know, and kind of, you know what I'm saying, like throwing her under the bus to where everything starts tumbling down and he gets away with a lot of stuff while she gets railroaded with a lot of stuff. And I say she because this, again, is coming up as husband and wife energy, and we have the Queen of Wands representing Kai. I understand that Kai identifies as a male, and I want to be kind and proper and use the proper pronouns and say he. I'm just talking about in terms of what the cards are showing up. It looks like it's possible for a lot more to come raining down on Kai, and for Onision to not take as big of a brunt of this as society, people who are watching, wants. It looks like in some ways we could get disappointed with how much lands on Kai as opposed to Onision in terms of the actual present continuing surviving evidence in this investigation. Okay, all right. I'm starting to get kind of, come on now, come on. One at a time, cards. One at a time. Okay, okay. One at a time, cards. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing, again, charging forward, moving into this. There's a lot of stuff like this is kind of repeating, that though a lot of evidence will be lost and, you know, you won't be able to use it as evidence, there will still be some to be able to use as we charge forward. This is a lot of communication will get used, so there will be text messages, tweets, emails, a lot of incriminating things that were previous communication that will be exposed and can get used in this. With this Wheel of Fortune, this is the fate train, y'all. This is the fate train. With the Wheel of Fortune right here, this is kind of saying that we are destined to come to a certain point here. That this will come to a climax per se, come to a hilt. We're destined to come to a certain point. This sometimes can be a good luck card, which is interesting. Before I speak on these two, because of that, let me get a clarifier. Oh my God. Okay. Hold on. I'm like, hold on. Please hold. Hold on. Wow. Wow. Here we go again, y'all. This is a good luck card. The good luck, I was saying in my mind, who is the good luck in favor of? The good luck is in favor of the Knight of Cups, and in this case, that refers to Onision. And I said, why is this a good luck for Onision? Y'all, the backstabbing card. Backstabbing. A betrayal. A betrayal. And with the Chariot in reverse, that's kind of like, all stop, done, stop. Can't advance anymore. There's clouded communication, clouded judgment, things that we can't move forward with. We're at an all stop because things are cloudy. There's certain things that aren't clear enough. Remember, legally, with evidence, it has to be clear, super clear, no doubts, beyond a reasonable doubt. And there's a stop because of lack of clarity. So when the choice comes down between two things, if the choice comes down between, do we go hard on one person or hard on another person, then I'm getting the King of Cups upright and the Three of Wands. And so this is saying like someone waiting for their ships to come in, waiting for things to come together and make sense in their case. So regardless of what may come of Onision, regardless of what may come to him, he will have the opportunity to throw Kai under the bus. And that will help his case. That will help him out. And it could shift the focus of the investigation and or future court proceedings. I'm probably going to get to the point where I'm pulling too much and it's going to start giving me repeats. Yep, it's going to start giving me repeats. Yep, it's giving me repeats. So as it relates to their home and family, their structure that they have right now, the fantasy is over. The fantasy is done. All of this, that they've been living a fantasy life for the last 10 years, allegedly, being able to do whatever they want, get away with whatever they want, that is over. That is ending. So this is a very interesting thing. I wonder how this is going to play out. I imagine that as time goes on and more information comes to light and more of the ethereal, like what do you call them? predictions out there, all of the different possibilities, all of the different, oh, well, it could go this way, it could go this way, it could go this way, that as those things start to solidify by people's choices and actions and behaviors today and start to set in stone some additional movement forward, we may be able to revisit this again later down the road and ask different questions that we didn't get a chance to ask today or in the previous video, to get more details about certain aspects about this investigation. So I think that I'll push the pause button on it for now, for me, and commit to looking into this further as we get more information. I'm sure more questions are going to come up. There's going to be more things we want to look into and get some more information on all of this. But as you see, these are all the cards we just pulled. This is the deck. We pulled almost half the deck right now. And I know when my answer is to pull things to a close and to kind of let things go as they may. And so I'm going to do that, but I say that we'll revisit this in the future, and y'all let me know, what is it that you're still wondering? What do you want me to look into? What do you think, what kind of questions would you have me ask the cards as it relates to any of this Onision saga? And again, these are all meant to be helpful, not hateful. So please, any kind of questions that you think that will be helpful in terms of, the highest good of everything, and not just snooping for information just for the sake of snooping for information, but something that has a purpose and a point. So y'all just let me know, and subscribe, like, and keep up with me if you want to be able to see those future videos, and share this to anybody that you think will find it of interest. My Twitter will be linked below in both videos. Please, by all means, find me there. And if you want a private reading, just let me know. My email's down below. Hit me up. My rates are reasonable. Alrighty, y'all. We'll keep up with this. This was heavy. All right, y'all. It's been 37 minutes. I gotta go. Bye.